LGCHL All-Star Game. I am your host, Sir Mike Knight. With me, as always, is the original Doghouse, By Mercy and Grace, and Golden Aces, otherwise known as Quinn. Now, we've got, for the first time, the CHL is doing live commentary for any game, but we decided to do it with the All-Star Game. Mercy, why?
Well, first of all, this is the first time that we're really ever going to get that chance to do the live streaming. This is a new generation, new consoles. For the first time, we have a chance to do it, and the All Star Game in the CHL in the past has been lackluster, to be kind. And we wanted to put on like a show, like an actual show, and so that's what we're going to do tonight.
All right, and as far as the decisions, because a lot of the players don't know, but as far as the decision on who plays for this game, Aces, break that down for us. How did that work out? Like, how did we
All
do?
right.
How did we decide who's playing?
All right. So approximately 2 weeks ago, we sent out messages to each team's GM, and the majority of the GMs responded to me with a player. We asked for a forward, a defenseman, and the majority of the teams responded. Maybe a couple, I think 6 teams did not. And we proceeded to throw each of those players into a thread, and we got the public to vote on those players, and I calculated the results. And on Sunday, I posted the results and said these are the 3 guys that have won the voting. And so we sent out messages to each of those players. The majority of them responded. We have 3 alternates in tonight, which we'll break down later. And yeah, so that was the general process. Just kind of a pretty hefty voting process, I guess is what it was.
Now, Mercy, you had mentioned that All-Star games in the past have not panned out for the CHL. Why do you think that is?
I think a lot of it is just like, a timing thing is an issue. In years in the past, what I'd seen is we're going to do an all star game. Here's the people that we're going to have. We're going to pick the GMs, and then the GMs are going to pick who's on the team. And then it's like, when is the actual game going to take place? And none of that's ever planned out. It seems like they're always flying kind of by the seat of their pants, and then no one knows, and it's not streamed, and no one watches, and no one cares. And we kind of tried to do the opposite of all that this year.
So you had mentioned to me earlier, when we were talking originally about the All-Star game, is that they tried to break off more than they could chew. Do you want to explain that?
Oh yeah, this was another issue that I saw was they would say things like we're gonna have 4 different lines playing. We're gonna pick 3 different forward lines, and we're gonna have all them play. And that's talking 12 forwards, 8 defensemen, 4 goalies, and then you gotta get all those players on one night. That's a lot. It's a lot to do that for like an LG like league, let alone an extra game that really doesn't mean a lot other than an and a trophy. So we went one game, best of the best, 6 players on each team, 12 total players, and that's what we're gonna do. Instead of trying to get 48 people to show up for a game.
And I mean, the way that the LG does these All-Star games is they allow the media teams to really put these together. They don't have anything to do with it, you know. Rightfully so. I mean, they're already running the
Yeah.
entire league. Why do they need to add an extra game, right? I mean, come on, let's be honest. So really, this is yours and Quinn's baby. Let's just say that, right? You guys have put a lot of work into this, and it's now coming to fruition. So let's break down the what we decided to do was we decided to go OHL versus Q, right?
Yes.
All right, so let's break down the rosters real quick. Quinn.
Okay. I am just messaging one of the players, letting them know what's going on. For sure. All right.
Now
So,
we are getting this set up while we are recording. So if
Yeah.
anybody's watching, we are we are getting all the players together while doing this. We already have them sorted together, but
which conference has the higher point total overall? Or, I guess I can't win percentage for their leading team. Does anybody know?
statistician
Win percentage. Win percentage for their leading team, because that's who the home team is. 39 or 15. Fuck. 54 divided by 39. Yeah, sorry for the little bit of hiccups, folks. It's just there's certain things that we couldn't really do until right now. So, um, oops, clear. 39 divided by 54 equals. Mike, remember 72% for me.
72%. Gotcha. We're live, bro.
It's all good. We're not a
Wow.
real
They're
media
actually-
team.
They both have 72%. So yeah.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna flip a coin. I like that
All
idea.
right.
We're gonna flip a coin, and that is who gets home team. I need a coin.
All right. Heads I win, tails you lose. Ready?
No, that's not how this works. Quinn, I'm gonna have you call it in midair. Heads or tails?
Alrighty.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Yep. Heads.
Oh gosh. I don't know where it landed.
Wow. We're a crack team here, folks.
It flew a little way. It's tails.
All right.
I don't know
So
why
we
he-
didn't really.
What did he call for?
Yeah.
You're calling for
should-
the
How
calling for the O
how
because
about
you're
both?
in the O.
How about
Okay. So Q
how about
hosts.
playing-
Q
Q
is
is
the
home.
home team.
Jesus Christ.
I'm making that shit up afterwards. Jesus.
All right. So do you want me to do a roster introduction there,
Yes.
Michael?
Yes, I do.
That's what I
I'm
have to
talking.
do.
I'm talking to the stream right now. So
Yeah. All right.
Sort
so
of.
in the OHL at left wing, we have McPluggles from the North Bay Battalion. In the OHL, we also have Mitty at right wing from the Barrie Colts, and at center we have Paulie Chunks from the Peterborough Petes. On defense, we have SF 49ers from the Kingston Frontenacs. The other defenseman is alternate in replace of Cronwall, who is
Davy Donuts.
Davy Donuts from the Peterborough Petes. Thank you. And in net, we have Immortal BMW from the Kingston Frontenacs. Over in the QHL or QMJHL, we have Vachon on right wing from the Halifax Mooseheads.
Hold on.
We have Gabella.
I'm highlighting these people as you're going, and I just got to the goalie. So
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. We
And-
have
Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, we have Vachon on right wing from the Halifax Mooseheads.
And I do want to stop there real quick and talk about Vachon because he's a guy who came in the middle of the season in the Q draft as a prospect, and in 18 games played has 92 points. That's putting him right up there with the points leaders in the OHL who have had extra weeks to play games. McPluggles has 5 more games played than him and only 7 more points for the league lead in points. So Vachon's been absolutely tearing it apart.
Yeah. All right. So now continuing. At left wing, we have Gabella from the Armada, and at center, in replacement of Hewler, we have QC Lagasse from the Quebec Remparts. On right D, we have Coffee Time from the St. John Sea Dogs. At left defenseman, we have Silky Johnson from the Halifax Mooseheads. And in net, in replace of the franchise, we have Legend from the Armada as well.
And Silky Johnson, not to be confused with the NHL Silky Johnson. Right?
Yeah.
Nope, most definitely not a second tag. Surely not. Surely not.
Yeah. So,
Alright.
we will be doing a live broadcast for those of you for those of you that don't know. I will be doing the OHL and Mike will be doing the QHL or QMJHL. I keep saying QHL. So yeah, that is the plan. We are.
F5 Penguin just asked in the chat, is Silky Johnson really playing in the CHL before we got to the whole he's a.
Sorry, Mike was muted. 27 people watching. Jeez. That's a lot
Yeah,
of people.
I'm special. Look at me. I've got a real Twitch stream now.
You're already doing better than Mike. How about that?
Yeah, Mike, what's up with this?
Don't forget to hit that follow button. What do you mean, what's up with that? The most I've had is 42. Get to my level.
Yeah, well, you need to speak up there, bud. You're a little quiet right now.
Hold on. Let me see if I can fix this.
Oh, that's much clearer.
You're.
How we doing? Are we doing better?
You're good.
We are doing
Yep.
better.
Okay. Try not moving around so much. So yeah, what time is it? What time we got? We got 10:22. T minus 8 minutes.
Yeah,
T minus
I am
8
inviting
minutes.
them into. I am inviting them into lobbies as we speak.
Oh, are you? I'm glad you're
Yeah.
taking care of that because I'm totally not.
Well, I was asked to be just a third party setup, so
Okay.
they're all in parties, but they wanted somebody to be a third party setup.
Should we go? Should we cut the commercial?
We can do that.
Don't we have a J Money commercial?
Hold on.
$49.99, but
Just
there
in
it
the
is
game.
again.
Official
Just in the
sponsor.
gaming.
Pepsi.
So for those who don't know, this after we are done here, this will be posted on the LG YouTube channel, will it not?
As far as I know.
Yeah.
I think me
Yeah.
and F5 have some things we got to work out, but yes.
Yep. And there also will be a thread that I will post that will sorry, I can't speak, that will have the stats of this game as well as the link to that post. Yeah.
All right. So let's
Mitty
talk
is
about,
asking if it's 2 out of 3 or just one game, by the way.
It depends on how long this takes, first of all. If it gets to, like, we got lag outs and stuff like that, and it's 11:15 and we're finishing the game 1, I'm going to say no. But if this is something that goes quick, things are good, and the players are feeling it, we could definitely do 2 out of 3, but I would say more than likely we're going to do just one game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I can commentate on three games
Yeah, no
right
doubt.
there in a
That's-
row like that.
I'd rather
Yeah,
keep...
Yeah.
That'd be kind of.
Yeah, let's just say one.
Let's just get one quality game in. If they want to keep playing afterwards for bragging rights, go for it. But so have we decided who's wearing what jerseys?
They're doing that. They're doing the All-Star jerseys, right? They're going to be doing the All-Star jerseys, but I will let you know because I will be in this lobby. So.
I was gonna say who's wearing which jersey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something we gotta know, bro. Come on now.
Well,
You're
Mike,
on
you
this
would know if
fucking
you were
Super
anywhere
GM.
near good enough to. You would know if you were anywhere near good enough to be in the All-Star game.
Dude, I will never be good enough to be in any All-Star game, dude. Seriously, 2 weeks ago. I don't know if you guys. We haven't had a show in a while, but I'm sure this was gonna come up at some point, and I'll bring it up myself. What was it? 2 weeks ago, I was rated the worst player in the CHL.
I'm
serious.
That's amazing.
I was rated the worst player in the CHL,
That's
and
awesome.
immediately switched from defense to offense.
That's spectacular.
So I'm now a winger. I am no longer a defenseman.
How you doing at wing?
I played 2 games, dude. I had 2 forfeit wins last week.
Ooh, that's pretty good. I won my third
But I still
Player of
have
the Week
goals.
award this season.
I still have more goals than Quinn, and he played like 8 games. So. Yeah.
All right, MIDI stream is back up, waiting for him to accept the invite or get the invite, I guess.
Anytime he goes into, and I'm not sure if he knows this because he just started the stream account. Anytime he goes into any menu in the home, on the home screen, anytime he presses that Xbox button, it will go to that screen, that little green screen right there that we're seeing.
That's all good.
Little alien and all that good stuff.
As soon and for everyone watching, as soon as the game actually starts, I will be full screening this, and you will see just the hockey game and not whatever I've got going on in the background. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle wallpapers. You have to admit that's pretty sweet looking though. So.
They're in the sewers, just like where you should belong.
God, that was weak, dude. That was weak.
It was weak, but you know what? Whatever.
Like all Quinn comeback.
Yeah, like all Quinn.
Why don't you tell your Mario joke that you've been so proud of the last couple of days?
Yeah. All right. So, and nobody say anything because I know you guys both know this. Okay. So, Mercy.
I want to say it.
No, Mercy. What are Mario's overalls made of?
I don't know, Quinn. What are Mario's overalls made of?
Denim, denim, denim.
It's
Denim,
so
denim.
dumb.
Denim. That's so dumb, dude. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I googled it because knowing you were trying to make fun of me, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna Google this shit, and I was like,
No, I wasn't.
Like, come on, that's so dumb. So dumb.
When he first sent me that, I was like, that is the worst joke I've ever heard.
It can't be the worst joke you've ever heard.
F5 Pigwood tells me to mute you.
Please don't. That's rude.
All
Me
right.
or mute Quinn.
All right. I'm probably gonna
putting Quinn on a timeout.
I'm gonna go ahead and full screen this now. It looks like they got everyone in. Oh, there we go. Oh, nope. They can't figure out Q and O. There we go. Alright, we got this. So I'm going to have Quinn and Mike. I'm trying to figure out where I need to put you guys.
You just put me away, dude.
I don't want to put you guys away. Oh, big green screen. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna be closing you guys. Alright.
And this live commentary may not be the best, but we're gonna at least give it a shot. So we're rookies to this. I'm doing the OHL. Mike is doing the QMJHL.
Please give us a little bit of a break here. We have never done this before, so
yeah.
But it says
Probably should have done like a practice game, but whatever.
I don't know.
Well, that's what we were doing, but you and your Skype troubles, you know.
Dude, I'm in my in-laws. I don't want to fucking hear it.
Oh, you're at your in-laws?
Dude, if I was sitting at my desk, this would not be a problem. I'd already be on. I would have had a fucking chance to do everything.
Man, look at those sweet All-Star jerseys.
There we go. All right, so we got the Q in black, and we've got the O. The O in green. They call it green. That's definitely white.
All right, for those of you who don't know your defensive controls, here you go.
All right, so here we go. The OHL versus the QMJHL, the All-Star Game 2015.
Season 8, the All-Stars. Here we go. Dropping the puck. Let's do this.
All right.
Gonna give it just a little bit of audio here.
Yeah, all right. So the OHL takes the puck first, goes up to Paulie. Paulie takes it in now to McPluggles. Penalty drawn. A little bit blurry on our end, so we might have a little bit of issues, but
How blurry is it? Because
OHL
it's really clear on my screen.
it's decently blurry for us, but it's not
Okay.
a huge deal. I can always go watch middies too.
All right, we got the face-off in the
penalty.
zone.
Yep.
And it's 1 to Teal. Teal passes it to nobody. Turnover in the zone. It goes for... Oh! The Q picks it up. Passes it back.
Mike, you're behind my stream. Definitely.
Am I?
Yeah.
God damn.
All right.
All right, well then,
Yeah,
Quinn,
it's a
Quinn
little.
take
Oh.
over. I'll
it's a
get
li-
the stick.
And the
It's a little-
QMJ
and-
scores on a wrap. Gabella
Yeah.
puts it in. 1-0 QMJHL shorthanded goal.
17:09 left in the first. OHL takes the puck into the zone. McPluggles has the puck, passes it to Mitty. Mitty takes the puck out front.
Ooh, tries to sneak it in on that short side there. Right behind
Yeah.
Legend. No dice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little choppy and blurry, but I'm making do. That's why it's just a little. I'm not completely covering it.
I apologize.
It's all good.
I think the stream is still good quality, so we should be good.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
OHL still has.
Breakaway.
OHL loses possession. Breakaway.
And in. QMJ is
In.
absolutely taking this over. Gabella with 2 goals so far.
Yeah. 15:51 left in the first. 2-0 for the QMJHL. Gabella with both goals. Unfortunately, due to our lackluster amount of talent, we don't know who assisted on those goals, but we will get that info to you later.
Whoever is playing is Bobby Orr, so I assume one of the defensemen.
Yeah. All right. Power play number 2 for the OHL. Let's see if they can capitalize this time.
The Q scored 2 shorthanded goals already, so they're on that power kill.
Yeah. Defense passes the puck up to the forwards. Forwards are taking it in. Offside currently. Delayed offside. Throw it back to the defenseman.
I have to say, so far this game is very surprising. I have not seen a lot of great play come out of the OHL guys so far, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, I mean, it's all going to come down to chemistry. That's the problem with the All-Star games. These guys don't play together often. What is it? The Q does have teammates though, don't they?
Yeah.
Only on forward and goalie though, I believe.
Oh man, and a defensive breakdown allows for the natural hat trick in the first period by Gabella.
Gabella's looking like the front runner for the MVP of the All-Star game right now, but anything can happen. 3 goals in 7 minutes for the Q. OHL can do the same.
All right,
OHL.
and there it is.
They keep right back.
There we go.
And was that McPluggles on left wing?
I believe that was. McPluggles notches the first goal for the OHL.
Assisted by Paulie Chunks and Davy Donuts for the O.
This is a pretty exciting first quarter to begin with. I mean, with 4 goals each side, and we're not even halfway through the first.
And we now know that Mike has one of his phones on very strong vibrate.
Oh,
McPluggles is carrying the puck in still.
Oh, nice save. Nice save by Legend there.
Big save.
All right, carrying up the ice, the Q, coming in. Oh, misses the net, had the goalie beat. Short side, comes in for the wrap, broken up by the left defenseman there, and up the ice the O goes.
I'm just going to close my browser right now because this is just way too laggy at the moment. So OHL continues their turns it over to the Q.
Ooh, attempted drop pass picked off by the O guys. Calling up the ice with Paulie Chunks, and the Pluggles coming up at center. And intercepted. Kind of a weak cross-crease attempt there. Back up to the O, and nope. No dice.
No dice. The OHL so far looks to try to maintain possession in the offensive zone, but they haven't really been able to force many chances out of that possession time.
Yep.
However, the QMJHL has been able to convert on their few scoring opportunities that they have had.
And 5-hole goal by McPluggles. Little weird, but this is an EA game after all, so.
Was that McPluggles?
I mean, it all comes down to.
Oh, sorry. Paulie Chunks. I apologize.
Yeah. There you go. Again, we're rookies at this, folks. Please don't hate, appreciate.
That also was terrible. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it was terrible, but I'm known for terrible stuff, so.
Lefty tries to get a little fancy there.
Mitty with
and
the steal.
there it is. The equalizer.
The tie.
3-3.
Just like that, we have a game, folks.
As I said, 3 goals in 7 minutes. They scored 3 goals in 9, so anything can happen.
And we're still not out of the first.
This is very much. This is like watching the actual All-Star game. Like the defensemen are definitely not given a lot of help here.
From what I've seen, they're not getting a whole lot of help either. As far as the passing out of the zone, you're seeing a lot of. Ooh, there's a trip. You're seeing a lot of pinching. I'm seeing a lot of pinching at least.
So the
from
QMJHL goes on their. The QMJHL goes on their first power play of the game. Let's see if they can take the lead.
And cleared by Davy Donuts up the ice. Paulie Chunks takes it up, 2-on-1. and doesn't beat Legend short side. And then they accidentally clear it themselves.
Legend, who was second place in voting for this year's CHL All-Star Draft, replaced the franchise this morning. Franchise issues, so the alternate for net does here 5-on-3.
That's a brain lapse right there. You can't be dumping it over the boards like that.
Yep.
No.
Good save by Immortal BMW there, staying at home in the middle of the crease, not overcommitting either way. Makes the glove save.
Let's see how Midi fares.
A tough start for Immortal BMW, but he has really turned it on here in the last half of the first period. Do we want to talk about Immortal BMW? He's been a front runner as far as goalie for the O for a while now.
Oh yeah, ever since the very first week of the season, Immortal BMW has been just a stellar goaltender for Kingston. He's been a real anchor for them on the back end as they've gone through call-ups like every team has in the CHL, and they've stayed competitive a lot because he's there, and it's good to watch.
Yeah. All right, the OHL is maintaining possession the last couple seconds.
3-on-1 rush,
and
breaking up by Yellow. Great defensive play. Way to stay on the puck. Good job.
Ooh, great defensive play by...
Who was that anyway?
That was Davey Donuts. Davey Donuts is right defenseman.
Oh, is he? Who's the left defenseman then? Because I called Davey Donuts left defenseman earlier.
San Francisco 49ers.
I apologize.
We just want to let the stream know that apparently the players are having slight delays, so considering it's 3-3 already, that's pretty impressive. Anything we want to talk about during the intermission here, guys?
I brought up Immortal BMW. You want to clarify a little bit more on the franchise and how he was replaced this morning, because I didn't hear much of that. But
yeah. Immortal didn't replace the franchise. Legend did. Legend replaced. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was just a replacement due to franchise having Xbox issues. So he messaged me this morning saying, "Hey, I can't play." So I messaged the second place vote recipient, which was Legend, and he responded saying he could play. So that's how that kind of went down.
Well, I mean, we never like to see the person that wins not make the All-Star game, but he's still an All-Star. He was still voted an All-Star. And do we want to talk a little bit about him? Give him a little shout-out, even though he's not able to make it?
Mercy, you want to take that one?
Statistician?
Oh gosh, I never wrote that down. I started to, but then we got started with this.
Okay.
No, we can still talk about him a little, but we know that he's had... I don't want to... If someone would just pull up his stats on one of their screens, I don't want to interrupt the stream here.
I don't know if I can or not because it's like extremely choppy.
But he's definitely... He plays for the Cape Breton Screaming Eagles, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he does.
Okay. I know that he's had above an 800 save percentage the entire season. And having it seems like, at least what I can see, the Q is scoring at a much higher rate. I don't know if that's better forwards than the O or if it's lackluster defense or whatever the issue is. It seems like there's definitely more offensive capabilities in the O than there is in the Q than there is in the O. And for him to be able to post those numbers in a more offensive league is really impressive to me.
Yeah. And something that has stood out to me so far this season is the fact that the QMJHL, who was kind of all, not necessarily, I'm not going to go as far as saying rejects, but the guys that were in the TC of the original half of the league, they're now sticking out, and some of them are really, really performing like quite well.
Yeah. All right. Bit of a slowdown in scoring right now. There hasn't been any goals since 7 minutes in the first period, and we're already almost halfway through the second. Seems like both teams are kind of settling into things. The defense is adjusting to what these obviously very talented forwards are doing. Able to get the puck a little bit quicker, a little bit fewer turnovers, and when there is, they've got teammates there to help them.
I've brought up the franchise's stats just briefly. So far this season in Cape Breton, 79.
QMJ scores on looks like a rebound to take the lead 4-3. I'm not really sure it happened there. It can't happen really fast. It looked like the cross crease was broken up, and then it might have gotten poked into the net. Hopefully we can see that on a replay at some point.
All right, so back to the franchise. He has a .791 save percentage this season and a 2.9 GAA, so not bad numbers over there.
Oh, wow. And Legend dives way out of the crease to stop that, because sometimes that's what you got to do to freeze play.
Oh yeah.
Polly Chunks making a huge offensive turnover, but the QMJ defense is there to stop him.
I'm seeing a lot of forechecking coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up from the O, and that's what you got to do. Although I'm also seeing a lot of odd man rushes coming into the zone. So it up, and we're in the penalty box.
Yep. We got the penalty box view here, guys, because Mitty is a goon. I'm just kidding, Mitty.
Drink your Gatorade there. ML Jesus. So anyway, so a lot of forechecking coming from the O, but it looks like a lot of odd man rushes coming back. Teal having trouble getting back there?
I can't see.
Yeah, it's a little
I can't
tough
see
to
a
tell
damn
from the
thing right now.
penalty
It's
box
a
here.
little tough.
But
A little tough from the penalty box to tell anything.
Ooh, look, that looked like a decent save. I can't really see. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of a replay. Oh, never mind, Mitty. We didn't want a replay. And we are out of the penalty box view, and we can actually see what's going on in the ice again. Because hopefully
Go
McDonald
ahead.
can give us a spectator view mode or something like that in the next NHL 17, and we can watch these kind of games on our own profiles. So we will see how this goes.
Little shout out to Mitty there for taking a ill-timed penalty so that we would end up in the box. Thanks, bud. so Pauly Chunks takes a penalty there, puts the O on the penalty kill.
All right. So far, 2/3 of the QMJ offense has come off of short-handed odd man rushes so far. Oh, we got Pauly Chunks teabag in here.
Pauly Chunks is in the box, bud.
Oh, dang it! I always get those two mixed up. I apologize. I'm so bad at this. All right, McPluggles, teabagging.
It's kind of hard for you to teabag when you're losing, but we'll see. See if it
Yeah, let's see
turns
if
around to work out for him. So the majority of this QMJHL power play has been spent in the neutral zone. Let's see if they can muster something in the last 30
Nope.
seconds of this power play.
missed a cross crease 1T here. Another good shot broken up by the defense, and they're back up the ice now. OHL is back at full strength.
The OHL looks so far to have strong defense when they're maintaining defensive zone pressure, but on those odd man rushes, they seem to be breaking down so far this game.
I definitely have to say, other than the breakdown to start the game, the OHL since then has definitely been the stronger team, but the scoreboard is not showing that, and sometimes that's how hockey is.
Yeah. Face-offs are neck and neck, though. So,
Ooh, nice save. They've got all three forwards for the OHL deep into the forecheck. They are not afraid of that QMJHL rush right now.
oh, delayed penalty. Looks like the OHL is going to be going back on the power play for the third time this game.
Well, the QMJ scored twice shorthanded, so this might work out in their favor.
Taylor,
Ever since I brought up the odd man rushes, it looks like Teal is getting back a lot sooner than he was. He seemed to be getting beat quite a bit. You see a lot of who's. Sorry, I'm having a hard time seeing names here.
Yeah, me too. That's okay. Just so you guys know, we will be doing likely a very short post-game show, just as a little bit of a wrap-up. So, and just we might, we're not quite sure, but we may have a couple minutes of talk about the Doghouse and what we plan to do. So,
I don't think that's a bad idea for those who
no,
haven't checked us out yet.
Yeah.
We're a lot more exciting on that.
Feel free to stick
Yeah.
around after the game. Anyone who wants to talk, we'll probably talk about the game, Probably each name our personal MVPs and our personal doghouses, because that's definitely going to happen. This is the doghouse.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then probably make fun of Quinn for a little bit, and then we'll be out.
Yeah, all the par for the course stuff. With good patience there by Mitty to not waste that cross crease opportunity.
Oh.
Excellent save by Legend, keeping the queue in it with some inspired goalie play there.
Predictions for this game were the OHL were going to take this by a landslide, especially with an alternate center in this game. But that's not the case so far.
Yeah.
Predictions from who?
A lot of people, just from general talk.
I'm not gonna. Oh wow, and a little bit of an odd man rush, and some fortunate bounces leads to a 5-3 QMJHL lead.
Who got that goal?
Vachon with the goal, Gabella with the assist. So that is at least 4 points for Gabella so far. Absolutely taking over this game.
And that notches a goal for each QMJHL forward as well.
Yep. Very balanced offense. Let's see if the Q can take advantage here, this little bit of momentum swing.
Yep. About 15 minutes left in the third period. 2-goal deficit for the OHL. QMJHL leads 5-3.
So keep in mind, guys that are possibly in the NHL, in management, that Mitty and Vachon are both prospects going to be available in the draft. So if you want to see what they've got, what they can do, this is a good chance. Vachon's played excellent so far. Mitty has had an off game actually. He's displayed some good patience at times, but he hasn't been able to solve these Q defenders.
Just don't ask Mitty to stream for you when you want to do a. Yeah, just don't ask Mitty to stream for you when you want to do a broadcast. He'll end up in the box.
Mitty trying the wrap. He's been trying the behind the net stuff quite a bit now, trying to get us back into it.
There was some what were going to be highlights from what looks to be the number one
Ooh,
star.
off the post. Off the post from Davy Donuts. Could have been a great momentum swing, but instead it's the other way for the Q.
The O looks to be playing a little bit of collapsed defense now that they're down by 2 goals. All the forwards are getting back into the slot.
And the Q's really showing off some really nice passing here. They've been able to maintain the puck for a little bit in that possession. Some behind-the-back passes, some creativity there.
Yeah, that fifth goal looked to be a huge, not only in-game momentum swing, but just a general swing for the players as well. OHL have lost a bit of steam.
Oh, that's a beautiful goal there.
Wow.
By McPluggles. Absolutely trying to put the team on his back, beating two QHL players for that great goal.
Yeah, see, I got you saying QHL. McPluggles, the current leading point scorer in the league from the current leading team in the OHL.
AHL fight, do it, All-Star fight. You guys know you want to.
Yeah, McPluggles is
no
leading
fight.
North Bay Battalion, who is the first place team in their conference of the OHL. I believe they are 1 point behind the London Knights currently for first place.
So it just popped up with the shot totals here. Ooh, what a great save by the franchise. Absolutely keeping his team in it with that goaltending there. That was great.
Legend, you mean? Not
That's what I meant. Whatever. Names aren't important. Off the post from the Q. Gabella had him beat.
I would just like to apologize to everybody for my co-broadcast team and not knowing their roster there. They were a bit slow.
Paulie Chunks taking it up the ice
McPluggles.
himself. Again, damn it. McPluggles taking it up the ice himself, putting it in far side on
Is that
Legend.
the hat as well?
5-5. No, it was just 2 goals.
That is 4. That's 4.
4 for him?
4 goals.
Oh, yeah. That's 4 for McPluggles now, I think.
It is 5-5 now. 6 minutes left in the third. We might get an OT. Wouldn't that be awesome? Uh-oh.
Too bad.
Ooh, good save by Immortal BMW. Way to stay on his post and not give up that short side. That would have been devastating.
Too bad the NHL doesn't have a skills competition mode. That would be pretty fun.
I know, right? I would love to see a 5-shot shootout with these players on the ice.
Yeah, we could see McPluggles or not McPluggles. We could see the goalies go back to skater and see if they can make a save. Like Carey Price style.
Yep. Oh, wow. See, now, is this McPluggles? This is McPluggles. No, Paulie Chunks. Got it. I did this right.
That, that,
Paulie
that's
Chunks.
Paulie Chunks.
Paulie Chunks carrying it in, shooting
his
it
second
backhand, far side on the goalie. Now
So,
6-5
so
for the OHL.
yeah, 3 goals in a span of about 7 minutes take the OHL from a 5-3 deficit to a 6-3 lead with 4 minutes remaining in the third. Will the OHL
Don't
come on
expect-
top and hold out?
Yep, let's
Now,
see.
question
Don't
for you
expect
guys:
you to go quietly into that dark night.
Will we see the QMJHL pull their goalie?
Ooh, that'd be
Ooh.
fun. Looks like that open play for the Q has kind of came back to bite him, and a wraparound for Mitty. It is now 7-5 OHL.
Wow,
And
huge
that-
third
And with
period
that,
comeback.
all the forwards have a goal.
Yeah, huge comeback for the OHL in this third period.
I
They were
really-
looking a little.
Yeah, I really expected that once it went up 5-3 for things to really change for the OHL, but they have came back and have made this their game. Have totally asserted their dominance with some
They were
really
looking a
nice
little
goals.
burnt. They were looking a little burnt in the early third period, but they came back.
Oh,
A little bit of McPluggles carrying him at first, and then it just turned on the offense.
yep. Ooh, and Mitty with a great goal.
That should seal it.
A little bit of a lucky bounce there, but still, this comeback by the OHL is something else.
Has been complete. And has been complete. Oh, breakaway.
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm okay with that goal. It definitely looked like he got hit a bit by Mitty when he dove out there. Probably shouldn't have counted, but you know.
Damn. OHL with 6 goals in the third period.
My goodness.
What are your thoughts, Mike?
We had to have expected I expected something like this, but I honestly, if you were to ask me, I would have said the Q. They just seem to have more to prove than the O, right? I mean, going into this game, the Q's got to think that they're the underdogs. Why are they the underdogs? Because they're the freaking expansion team, right? We talk about this all the time, where people don't take the Q's seriously because they were expansion. Just because they were in TC didn't mean that they were bad. It just meant that nobody took a look at them, right? So I figured that they would have had a little bit more chip on their shoulder, come in here, and they did at first. But you got to play the entire game, right? You got to play 60 minutes on the ice. You can't just play the first 7 minutes, go up by 3 goals, and say, "Oh, well, I'm done."
The OHL just.
I mean that last 5 minutes was absolutely horrendous by the Q, and they allowed 6 goals in the last 5 minutes of that game.
Yeah.
That's
the
ridiculous.
QMJHL showed up for 50 minutes. The OHL showed up for the last 10. It seems like, but that's all you need sometimes.
All right, well, that was
That puts
it.
a wrap on it,
That was the
folks.
All-Star game. The OHL goes up 9 to the QMJHL's 5. Guys, we saw some really good play, and you said that we wanted to come up with our own first stars, correct? So, by mercy and grace, who was the star for you?
My first star of the game is, please pardon me if I'm wrong here because I'm probably wrong. Probably the left wing for the OHL, which was Paulie Chunks, correct?
McPluggles.
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 Okay.
McPluggles.
Those 2 goals that he scored to shift the momentum from a 5-3 QMJHL game to a 5-5 game changed the game. The game was not the same after he scored those 2 goals. And after that, the OHL totally ran away with it. First star, putting the team on his back when they needed him the most. And it shows why he's not only the points leader, but why the battalion are also as good as they are.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think any of us can argue McPluggles was definitely the star of the game. I mean, he not only they were down 5-3, he put the puck on his back, he cut the deficit in half, and then he even went ahead and tied it. Now, Paulie Chunks, of course, got the game winner, but McPluggles wasn't done there, right?
Yeah.
McPluggles escapes with what was it? 4 goals, 4 goals, right? You had Paulie Chunks with 3, and Mitty, after we talked shit about him, actually scored 2. So I mean, the OHL's forwards were on point.
Yeah.
But it took Mitty the last 2 minutes of the game. And I'm sure we'll give him a bunch of shit about that.
Yep.
But I mean, there can't be any doubt in anybody's mind of who the star is. I mean, Aces. Yeah. Do you have anybody else?
Well, considering Mercy already covered the first star pretty well, I'd have to say second or third. I'd maybe put him at second just because of the good first half of the game he had. Is Gabella on the QMJHL side?
Yeah, let's not forget that he played really well. That first 10 minutes of the game was absolutely the Gabella show. A natural hat trick, 3-0, 7 minutes into the game. Like he quickly overwhelmed the OHL defense and goaltending.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he did.
Absolutely. But then third star's got to go back to the OHL, and that's Paulie Chunks with another hat trick, right?
Yep.
I mean, anybody else?
Yeah, I'd probably say Paulie or Paulie Chunks. Yeah, he had. I don't know how many points he had, but we will give that to you guys in the thread that we post. But yeah, I'd say him third star for sure.
Yeah, this is it's a fun game to watch. That was enjoyable, I have to say.
So just a recap for those watching, first star, according to the Doghouse, is McPluggles on the OHL. Second star is Gabella in the QHL, or QMJHL. And third star is Paulie Chunks in the OHL.
All right. So let's do the Doghouse
9-5
segment.
victory.
9-5 victory. Let's do the Doghouse segment because there are some people that we've got to shit on because we're the Doghouse, right?
Yeah, this is the Doghouse, guys. All right, I'm gonna go with both goaltenders. Both goaltenders had a couple good saves, but overall, I mean, granted, this is some top-notch competition they're going up against, and not a lot of chemistry with the defensive end, and you know, all the forwards are probably sitting there trying to cherry pick a little bit, not necessarily back checking because it's the All-Star game, they want to show off their offensive skills, but at the same time, goalies, you got to make a save. I mean, that is a 9-5 game, 14 goals scored between two teams. You know, something's not right there.
Yeah.
Quinn?
I'd probably have to. I was along the same track. I was mainly, since you just talked about that, I'm gonna say Legend just for the latter half of that game in the third period. He let in. We couldn't quite see, but he let in 6 goals in the third period. So obviously against some top-notch talent, but it seems like you got to do a little bit better than that in the All-Star game.
See, I'm going to go a completely different direction. I'm going to go with the QMJ defense. All right?
Yeah.
QMJ's defense let the offense of the O walk all over them and around them, and at that point, Legend's got to pick a side, right? So I can't say that it's all Legend. I can't put the blame all on Legend. I've got to put it on the defense as well. But
yeah, I agree.
But I have a bonus Doghouse for you guys. The commentators for this All-Star game were terrible.
Oh, we were bad.
And they need a lot of
Yeah, we were
work.
bad.
We were very... we were not just kind of bad. We were very bad. Let's be clear here.
And it was our first time doing it, and it was a little blurry on our end, so it was tough to do. But the media director said that we did a good job, so I'll take it from there.
Well, you know, it can only get better from here, right? So let's talk about the Doghouse. Since we just did the Doghouse segment, let's talk about the Doghouse a little bit. For those who haven't seen the Doghouse, please go check it out. We've got a couple episodes still up from I'm going to say it wrong on purpose. We're from Boggy. All right? Boggy has been our editor for a while. Bruh. Because he gets so angry when we say it wrong. Bruh. And I hope he's watching. Anyway, Bogey, who is also teammates with Midi, the guy that we like to make fun of, especially since he went into the box. But the reason I know we're kind of off topic. I'm kind of off topic here. I'm going back to the All-Star game. I know I'm a little scatterbrained, but the reason I wanted Midi to do the stream, because originally all we had was Immortal BMW, right? So it would have been a goalie streaming. To me, you can't see shit.
Yeah,
right?
it depends on.
Anybody who's tried to watch.
It depends on what camera angle they're playing, but generally that's not a false statement.
No, because sometimes you can't tell what the hell's going on in neutral zone because the goalie's getting ready. He's got it back on his camera view. He's ready, and you can't see shit that's going on in neutral zone. So I wanted a winger, really, a winger or the center to do the stream. And again, because me as a defender, I cheat back quite a bit, so you can't see shit with the new camera angles in 16. I hate the new camera angles in 16. But anyway. So the Doghouse. Let's get back to the Doghouse. Now, we are going to be coming out with a new show because of the holidays. We have all, had trouble getting together to record a show. We will be coming out with more of the Doghouse. Now, people have asked us what we plan on doing in the future. Obviously, By Mercy and Grace is no longer in the CHL. He is in the AHL, but he is still with the LG Doghouse. We are not a CHL show.
I have to. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I was at work and they needed an ECU goalie and they were asking me if I could play. I said, I'm sorry, I'm at work. And then they found out that I'm in this media show. And the exact thing said to me, and it wasn't by my GM, and it was mostly joking, but it was kind of not, was, you can't come and play for a game for us here, but you can run. What in the world are you doing, Mike? But you can run. Something was going on with your mic all of a sudden. It was like you were.
Yeah, I know about it. Just keep going.
All right.
They said, so you can go run a CHL media show, but you can't come play a game for us. They're like, that doesn't make any sense. And like I said, it was kind of joking. Same time, the GM of the team threatened to waive me because of it. He was obviously joking because I didn't get waived. So.
Yeah. And just to add on to that, I think as a general consensus, at least us three hope to return to this media show next season, whether we're split up in different leagues or not. I may as well make this announcement now, since we're talking about this. Mike and I won't be returning to management next season. We've been managing for, 3 seasons in a row together?
Yep.
Yeah, we've been managing
for 3 seasons. It's gotten to the point where real life has gotten in the way. I mean, both of us are starting school. I have 3 kids. Plus we do this media show, and we just, frankly, we just like the media show better. That's no offense to the guys on our team, but we love running our team. But no, we've got a lot of things going on in our lives, and we decided we're not going to manage next season. Does that mean we'll never manage again? No, probably not. But
and it's very likely that if we do ever manage again, it'll be us two together, because even though we argue half the time, we seem to do a good job. People like us, but as Mike said, we both just need a break. We both want to kind of see where we can get to in terms of this league playing wise. We both want to be able to have the chance to get bidded on or drafted or whatever. So we just wanted to take a season off. But again, that will not affect us in terms of this show. We will still be doing this show, but hopefully it'll be a little better because hopefully we'll be on different teams. So there'll be an even wider range of stuff next season. So yeah, just figured I'd make that announcement. I'm sure we'll probably cover it in a future episode, but figured that was a good time to
when they introduce when they introduce the juniors next year, I'll probably be playing in there. Worst player in the CHL. Anyway, so yeah, we do plan on continuing the Doghouse no matter what league we are in. The more leagues we're in, the more wider a range we can cover. Correct?
Yeah.
But we will be getting some episodes out for you, hopefully within the next week or so.
Yep.
But with the New Year's coming up, we'll see. So we're not dead. We're gonna come back. We're gonna come back with a new show. The holidays have kind of put a damper on things.
And I think that's kind of normal for, the holidays are the holidays, and people travel and don't have time, and that's life. That's kind of how things work.
And if if Boggy doesn't return with us next season, we will be looking for an editor, likely as a fourth member of the show or a non show member. We'll get to that later. Um, just on a side note, I've had a few messages on Xbox already. That's why you keep seeing me look that way. People have liked what we did tonight, so that's kind of good.
Yay, good.
Yeah,
Thank you for the feedback, guys. Even though,
yeah,
and we know you're being nice because we did an absolutely horrible job, but um,
yeah. You're
but
just
for
making
those who
Mike
have
feel
not
better
seen
because he has to deal with his kids all day.
that's why I do this, right? To get away from the kids for a little bit. I mean, no. Anyway, gives me an excuse, right?
Yeah.
So, anybody else have anything to cover? Now that we've seen the O dominate the Q, does that mean that the Q is still worse than the O?
No.
Not necessarily.
Nope.
Absolutely not.
It'll
What do you
come.
mean not
The only
necessarily?
time you'll only be able to tell come the playoffs, and I may as well touch on this just so people are aware because I know some people are still confused, and I'm sure one of you would have probably brought this up at some point. In terms of scheduling, this week is off. Next week is the final season of the regular season for both sides, and then playoffs begin. Playoffs will be four
Final
rounds.
season? So we're doing a whole season in a season?
In 1 week.
Sorry, the final
A
week.
whole
The final
season.
week. The final week.
The whole
and
final
the
season
playoffs.
in the
Sorry.
season.
The final week and then the playoffs will start. Playoffs, I'm assuming, are going to be like previous seasons in terms of there will be four rounds for each side, and then there'll be a Memorial Cup week where the two top teams from both sides will meet. Usually the fourth round is the two top
All right,
teams versus each other for that trophy. But yeah,
I gotta stop. I just clicked over to the stream to read some of the chat. What's going on?
yeah.
Here I'm gonna quote. I'm gonna leave in blank. Does anyone care about their future plans? Hook it up, boys. Who's going to win the cup? Hashtag commentary. All right. Who's going to win the cup? Mike, I know who you're going to pick because you've rode that horse all season.
Now the question isn't who's going to win the cup. I mean, the question is who's going to make a cup run. Now, if you're going to talk about making a cup run, I've got to stick with London Knights. They have done me no wrong, right? So, obviously, mine is the London Knights. By mercy and grace, go.
By mercy and grace, I picked the Flintbirds. I picked the Flintbirds last time and said I was gonna ride with them. And I am.
Dude, we got to make those T-shirts.
They really do need to make those T-shirts.
We need the Flintbird T-shirts, man. I don't give a fuck that it was original. That said it, dude.
The Flintbirds have kind of rebuilt things, and they're third seed in their conference right now, and trending upward, which is the direction you want to go going into the playoffs. Instead of miring at mediocrity or going down, but they're getting better. So I'm kind of they're gonna be making a playoff push for sure.
Yeah.
Right. And Quinn?
I'm actually going to go serious this time, A, because I don't have any sticky notes with me, and B, because I think that's time.
Is it time to retire old hockey yeller? Time to put them out of their misery?
So my choice was basically going to be with whoever won the North Bay Kingston game this week, and North Bay came out on top, so I'm going to say North Bay.
All right. From the queue now, because we have an entire league that we've kind of talked about. Who is coming out of that league and going to compete for the Memorial Cup? Mike.
I gotta go with Moncton. To me, they've shown more. The Armada's still up top, though, right?
Yeah, the Armada's still up top.
I'm not taking anything away from the Armada, but I'm seeing Moncton go far in that. By mercy.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Armada because we saw something very special from Gabella tonight, just taking over the game in the start of that, and that's very important for a playoff game. If you can jump on a team and put them down 2-0, 3-0 in the first period, that alone can win you the game. So I'm going to go with the Armada.
I completely agree with you. It doesn't take obviously that also the other aspect of that. One person does not win a game, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, Quinn, go ahead. Quinn.
I'm gonna side with Mercy here. I think that the Armada are gonna do well. They've been doing well all season, and I think they have a pretty well-rounded team. Their goaltending seems to be pretty good. So,
yeah. All right.
You got really laggy there for me.
He got pretty laggy for me too. He's still kind of going. I can still kind of hear him.
That is an excellent picture of him right now, by the way.
Sorry.
Uh,
If you guys don't mind, I would just like to throw something in here really briefly. You guys cool with that?
Your video cut out, but yes, you're good.
Oh, yeah, okay. I just found out that we need to make an addition to our doghouse segment. And I needed to throw this in. It is Mike and I, and it is for the reason, and I totally forgot about this, that the franchise, who was the original All-Star selection for the QMJHL, was in our TC before the TC reassignment draft.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing, guys.
hey, we also passed up on people like Guanosaurus.
Yeah. You guys are the best management ever.
So,
Anyway,
well, I mean, we've kind of been shit kicked, but whatever.
So that'll do it for this episode. Actually, this isn't even an episode of the LG Doghouse. That'll do it for this LGCHL All-Star game. From myself, By Mercy, and Quinn, I will no longer say vape on. Why? Because I quit vaping. But have a nice night.
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
All right.
Breathe away.
Breathe away. We will see all of